Hello, I'm Todd Stokes with Baker Tilly. I'm here with John Peterson and Taylor Chess of the Peterson Companies.
Thanks for having us.
So here we are at the National Harbor, and so tell us, when you look around 10 years later from when you were starting this project, how does this compare to what you were envisioning then?
Well, 10 years ago, it's probably what we had imagined, but how we got here was probably a different way. We had a little recession in between there, so where we got to eventually is probably where we had thought we would be, but how we got here was a totally different route. But we're happy where we are today because we're on a great trajectory with some great users, and we're looking for great things in the next 10 years.
What's going to happen to this place when MGM opens?
I think we have anticipated what might happen, but the public will probably tell us something different. I think we're going to get it close, but it's really hard to understand how the public's going to react. This is a one-of-a-kind facility. You're not going to find it anywhere else on the whole eastern seaboard. And when you combine MGM up on the hill there, right over your shoulder, with downtown National Harbor, they're two separate entities, but it is one of the best facilities on the East Coast, and I think people are going to be attracted to it because there's nothing of that quality, and it's entertaining. It's going to be a resort, and so it's totally different than anything that anyone has been able to experience in this part of the world.
Peterson's known for being a leader in suburban mixed-use projects. What's been the key to success for all those projects?
It really goes back to Milt's original philosophy and his Puritan upbringing from being from New England, and that is the idea of community. I mean, everything that Peterson Companies has done has always been about community. And I think that is something that kind of permeates the company, and it permeates all the developments that Peterson Companies has done. Whether it's neighborhood community or office community or this is a community. And this is a community of residential, retail, office, entertainment. And I think that philosophy is really what's made our developments very good.
If you look back over the years, back into the mid-'70s, all of our projects have been community oriented. They've just had different types of uses. We started with community development where the main uses were residential and retail, schools, libraries. Then we moved on to a more commercially oriented like Fair Lakes, where it's office, retail, and residential. And now projects like National Harbor add the entertainment aspect of that with much more of an emphasis on the restaurants and creating a destination location. So it's kind of progressed over the years. They've all been, as we say, multi-use, mixed use, however you want to refer to it. But we've just kind of substituted the uses in and out based on where it is in the market and what's in demand at that time.
A lot of the success that you've had in your suburban projects has been about having great marquee retailers. How do you attract the top national and boutique retailers?
It's really based on the quality of the project. What we've been able to achieve is bring new things to these markets, such as Top Golf out in Loudoun County or iFly in Loudoun.
Well, I think the Taylor hit it with the uniqueness. I mean, it's something that you can't find anywhere else in any of the projects. You can go to your mall and find all the typical uses. So, for instance, here at National Harbor, we've got a Tanger outlet mall. There's no other place in the Washington region. It's very unique. Peeps, the candy store, that's the only location they have in the country. So what we try and do is bring that unique experience that you can't get anywhere else, and that's what brings a lot of people to our front doors is that uniqueness. We're kind of pioneering new things that no one else has done before.
In Fairfax Corner, when we did Fairfax Corner, that was the first Coastal Flats. Now Coastal Flats, everybody knows that name. Great American restaurants, great restaurant concept, great restaurateur, have many concepts. We did the first Sweetwater with Great American Restaurants out in Centerville, and then parlayed that into the first Coastal Flats and Ozzy's. Here at National Harbor, you have Bond 45. Shelley Fireman, great restaurateur up in New York, had never been out of New York. But Milt was able to attract Shelley to this project, which again made it extremely unique.